Everybody, this is 1,246 days. Day 1,246, and I'm very sorry coming on so late. But it can't be helped because a storm has hit El Paso's DA, the district attorney's office there. A storm, not just any storm, but like a category 6 tornado. Okay, a category 6 tornado. And maybe they'll get away with it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they have some kind of underground bunker that they can get away with what they're doing. But we've spent this evening really investigating what's going on with Bill Hicks. The last 7 days, right, has been a whistleblower coming forth, letting us know that Leilani Hartz doesn't want people to focus on this because her son is involved in Richard's case, that she is having an affair. This is the whistleblower is saying that Leilani Hart is having an affair with David Poche. That is so huge, y'all. I haven't even spent that much time on that. I mean, David Poche participated in the obstruction of justice, the interference of our son's case. Okay, with false witness statements, and so that's not bad enough. It gets even worse. He's having an affair with Leilani Hart. I mean, this is and then with Angela Kucherga, whose husband, think about the next article. I mean, I haven't even touched on all of the information that has come out of the whistleblowers' statements to us, right? And all of a sudden, we have an article that came out on Richard's birthday, right? June 24th, 2020. So this is when he was still there. He was not missing yet, right? And Angela Kucherga's husband is doing a Dallas Morning News article using Texas Heart. Absolutely. And there's more. There's so much in that article. There's so much to dissect. And when the El Paso Matters Bob Moore interference article came out on January 26th of 2023 this year, we were all over it. We were all over it, dissecting it line by line. And it wasn't, a few hours that it took for us to realize that this was a political attack machine working to interfere in our son's case. Let me go on Facebook to make sure that I'm on. Let's see. Yes. Looks like it. Looks like I'm live. Okay. Thank you, Anicia, for coming on so late. Thank you so much. Um, so we haven't even gone through the whistleblowers information. And then we get the article from June 24th, 2020 that is absolutely groundbreaking. I mean, there's so much information in that. When you dissect that, like, the article from Bob Moore, from Angela Kucherga, the political hit job on our son's case, and it was nothing. It was absolutely just such a false witness. Um, And so we contacted her, and all she cared about, she didn't even care that we had dissected it, that it was interfering in our son's case, that Leilani Hart is an unreliable source, that she is um, a prime suspect in our son's missing and murder case. She didn't even care. She didn't even care to cover Richard's case. That in itself, that testimony, that record that we have of Angela Kacherga doing that, and then we find out that before Richard went even missing, her husband is interviewing Texas Hart. I mean, and that Jaime Esparza's in that, and Judge Samaniago's in that, and there's supposed to be a gag order, and here Jaime Esparza's just talking away, giving his opinion, giving his feelings. You know, there's so much in those articles, and we have to go through them with the fine, line by line, and research them. And then all of a sudden, all this happens with Bill Hicks. This is just in 7 days, and we're coming up to Christmas. Beautiful Christmas. Maybe that's why it's all happening, because Christmas confronts darkness. Christmas confronts evil. Christmas confronts the demons. And absolutely, this whole thing with Bill Hicks and Reyes Mata. Reyes Mata needs to be thanked. He needs to be given an award, I believe. Please go over to El Paso Inc. and thank Reyes Mata. I need to go over there. Team 5 Richard Halliday needs to go over there and thank Reyes Mata. It's like going 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour, so much information. And in his article about Bill Hicks, about Loretta Lynn Hewitt, about the Walmart case, about his time stamping. See, so this is, one thing that we absolutely know is timestamps are so important. And in the legal profession, right, in the Department of Justice, timestamps are, the oil in the cogs. There's no Department of Justice. There's no pursuit of justice. You can't have it without timestamps. When did they come? When were they born? What time were they there? What time did they leave? What time did, time, right? And isn't, if you're a person of faith, you absolutely know God invented time. God invented time, and in time, all things will be revealed, and everything is in his time, and right? And God is justice. God is righteousness. And there's no justice or righteousness without timestamps. So we absolutely know that. So we focused on the timestamps because, Texas Constitution, the people of Texas felt that it was absolutely necessary before a district attorney, and remember that a district attorney's job is to identify crime, to identify criminals, to document the crime and the criminals, and then to prosecute the crime and the criminals using the documents, right? That is what a district attorney, that is what these prosecutors are supposed to be doing. And the chief prosecutor is a district attorney. So he's supposed to be doing that. And part of the law of the land in Texas is this ethics document that he is supposed to sign. Let me get the exact word of it. Um, yeah, he is supposed to sign. I got this whole time. We've been just um, taking this apart, this article, and we want to take, all of them, this legal ethical commitment document. You know what that means when you sign that legal ethical commitment document? That means you're not on the take. Okay, you're not on the take. You do not owe any favors for getting that office, and you're not taking any bribes. That's what that means. Okay, and so you have to sign that document before you are sworn in. You can't just swear in and then sign oh yeah, as an afterthought. Yeah, I'm not on the take. Right? You have to say first, I am not on the take, and then you can be sworn in as district attorney. That's how I understand it. So, okay, let's say that they allow a certain amount of time and it's no big deal. That signing that you're not on the take is not a big deal. I think it's a big deal, and I think the people of Texas thinks it's a big deal, and I think now more than ever they think it's a big deal. And but let's say they didn't. Let's say they didn't. They thought, that's an afterthought. Oh, it's just the Texas Constitution. You know, that's not so important. That's not so important to follow the law if you're a district attorney that is supposed to identify who is breaking the law and and what laws are being broken. It doesn't matter if he breaks the law. you know, uh, let's say that's the case. Laws for us, laws for them, yada, yada. That's kind of, we're supposed to accept that as the norm, right? Oh, we can murder the missing soldier because he's a whistleblower and, he's interfering in the cover up of the perpetrators of the Walmart case. And, I am going out on an opposing view on all of this, because the narrative that they want us to have, the psyop that they want us to have, is that this autistic, because we have it confirmed that this autistic young man orchestrated a lone wolf mass shooting in a Walmart that sells guns and ammunition, and could shoot off hundreds of bullets, and nobody did anything. Where are the security guards there? Right? I mean, Walmart sells weapons. Walmart sells ammunition. So, I'm sorry. Any place that sells weapons and ammunition has security guards. And these security guards don't just have nunchucks or the bats. They also are wearing firearms. So what's going on? A lone wolf? A lone wolf? And he's autistic? Uh, no, I don't buy the narrative. And I believe the witnesses, because we have people in El Paso, and they have told me, we have been told that the victims that were in that Walmart that survived said there were more things happened. There was at least another shooter. Okay, that's not me saying it. Those are victims inside the Walmart saying it. And we have over 4 years of a botched case that has cost millions and millions of dollars. That's not me saying it. That's hard evidence saying it. Hard evidence. I'm just repeating what I'm reading. And now we have an article by Reyes Mata that is telling us something that we heard weeks ago, that District Attorney Bill Hicks may be an illegitimate district attorney. That some things were going real wrong in there. We heard that weeks ago. And we didn't, I said it a little bit, that something is fishy is going on with the district attorney. Okay? Something very fishy is going on with the medical examiner. Okay? Mario Roscone Ortiz. Okay? I'm just telling you. This is information that we're getting. And so this article allowed us to go through it and to check both sides of the story. What is the Secretary of the State supposed to do? Who is defending Bill Hicks, and who is giving the allegations against him? I mean, because the allegations against him are felony crimes, y'all. Felony crimes. There are allegations of bribery and corruption in the appointment process. Okay? That suggests that individuals offered and received bribes. Okay? In this selection of Bill Hicks. There is felony crimes of the whole timestamp. The whole timestamp. His choice of an assistant. He picked this Luis Rene Diaz, right? And there are claims of the misuse of a legal process to dismiss the charges against him. And, there seems to be nepotism, favored nepotism with this guy. He, Bill Hicks picked him to be, over people in the attorneys, his staff in the DA office. And, when you look at the crime, this was a murder crime. This was all kinds of okay, you give a criminal a second chance, right? But you put them over people in your this is absolutely crazy stuff. Really crazy stuff. So my head is spinning because I want to talk about the timestamp. And the timestamp is important, but not as important as the allegations that Bill Hicks, as a DA, was put into that office to stop the Walmart case and Richard's case from moving forward. To leave it in pieces. To keep it in pieces. Okay? And he's been talking about, I'm the lead and we're going to go to trial and this and that. Okay, we have what's her name? Jessica Veltri, the senior special agent that has all this forensic experience and everything like that. a year ago telling us, oh, in a few days, next week, by next week, a year ago, next week, you'll have a summary of your son's case, right? Okay, we're waiting. Da, 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 we're waiting. We want to know, right? Oh, this. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No. Um, then, recently, it's such a mess. The cover up is so obvious because it's such a mess. I mean, at this time, she's like, oh, it's on my desk. Well, what are you doing? Decorating it with Christmas lights or something? I mean, uh, I was told that today. I had to use it. What is she doing? Decorating it with Christmas lights? I mean, where is it? We're all waiting for it. Team Fine Richard Halliday is waiting for it, right? And it's the same thing with Bill Hicks. What is he doing with the Walmart case? Um, just the taxpayers, milking the taxpayers. If it's all so clean cut, like he said, what's going on? And he doesn't even have the evidence together yet. So, yeah, I think that is a huge crime, huge crime. Um, I really have to put this all together, all these notes that I took, and put them out. Put a little breaking news thing out there because I think it's so important for everyone to read all of these felony crimes that are alleged to have been made by DA Bill Hicks. And you know what's shocking about this? Is where is Veronica Escobar? Where is she? Right? I mean, we have felony crimes being committed with tampering with a document. These are what the allegations are. To I don't even know if he's properly took the oath of office. Where's Veronica Escobar? I mean, Bill Hicks is Republican. She's Democrat. You would think that she would be calling this out. It is just so shocking. What I'm about to tell you about the timestamps, as unbelievable as this is, or not even unbelievable, as serious as this is, it's not as serious as the Walmart case and Richard's case being sabotaged from moving forward. Okay? When the families, I can't even imagine the 23 families and the injured families, the families of all these injured individuals, what they have had to go through in all of this. And I know they've gotten money and this and that. People have told me all kinds of things, but a land without justice is just a criminal syndicate, and we all know it. It's just a criminal cabal, and there's never peace. There's never peace. I don't care how much money you give people. If you don't have justice, it just weighs so lives of all of these victims' families, and of course our family. And so this is so important to get to the bottom of. And Democrat, Republican, whatever, with me, it really, at this point, And right now, of course, I am definitely rooting for Trump in there, because where is President Biden in all of this, right? Where is the Department of Justice in all of this? They have this insane Colorado ruling, ruling that is an embarrassment for the United States to the rest of the world. I mean, it is just absolutely shows that they are so afraid of the American people being able to truly vote. They want control, they want collusion, they want it so much to have control over us that they will collude with Bob Moore of El Paso Matters as a political attack machine to give us false information in his reports, absolutely in Richard's case, and, violating his 501c3 to move the elections where they want it. And now, because we have figured it out and we don't trust them, and they're indicting Trump and everything with President Trump to get him to not be eligible to even run for president. Can you imagine? I mean, you can write in Mickey Mouse if you want, right? They don't want the American people to be able to properly vote for who they want to be their leader. And they just want control. And they are willing to commit the biggest crimes to move the minds of the people with these fake manifestos, everything. I'll go out on the line. I believe that Patrick Crucius manifesto was a total fake manifesto. Someone manufactured it, okay? And these manufactured, like Danae Katzen, she was manufactured. Absolutely. And I believe Boleyn was manufactured too. I do believe that she knew Richard. I do, because there's proof, right? There's undeniable proof. But there were, because of speaking with her and her not knowing Richard, I don't know the whole situation because I haven't heard Richard's story. But I believe that she wrote Hannah and manufactured information about Richard. Okay? Because it wasn't true. It's not me saying she manufactured it just out of the ether. It's that she actually said things that were not true. And the whole DUI thing. I reached out because we were told that she's the one that called the 911 police on Richard that night to set him up. She's the one that got him in that parking lot. Right? She's the one that was setting him up that night. That's what we were told. And I reached out and said, hey, don't you want to say something? Because this is the information we're getting, and that you are connected to Jesus Melendez. And I'm wondering if she's connected to Arturo Munoz. Right? Because that was a total setup. So they manufacture things and everything. And why am I saying this? Because of the timestamp. Can you imagine a district attorney messing with the timestamp of a document? That is a felony crime. He needs to be arrested. That's how serious this is. And it's extra serious because he knows better. He knows better. His job is to identify crime. His job is to identify who's breaking the laws. That's what his job is. And so he absolutely knows and is responsible and is obliged to follow the law. And the constitutional law in Texas says he needs to sign this ethics document, right? To make sure that he's not on the take. He needs to officially say, I'm not on the take, and hold him responsible before he takes the oath of office. Now, I found through the help of Team Fire Richard Halliday articles that he was saying he can't, he has clients. He has clients and he has to tie up some strings and move his transfer his clients. Well, who are his clients? Who were his clients? What strings did he have to tie up? It's not like I want particulars, but I want to know. I want to know what kept him from doing what he was supposed to do. That so much time went by, a month went by, where the Secretary of the State of Texas had to call him and say, hey, you're acting like you're a DA. I'm paraphrasing this. Haven't you filled out this paperwork yet? Right? Haven't you filled out this paperwork yet? What are you doing? Are you on the take? She didn't say that, but it's like, what's going on? So, I would like to know too, as the mother of a missing, murdered soldier. I would like to know too how the DA is conducting himself and his office. Because he doesn't find it necessary or important enough to respond except for in fear when we do open records requests for the monies. I mean, they rather break the law and break the law and break the law than give us the information. And this timestamp is between January 11th and January 26th. So Reyes Matis got the proof that the Secretary of the State on January 25th of 2023 wrote an email to Bill Hicks and said, hey, where's the document? Where's the ethics document? And that on the 26th, he turned it in. Yet, the timestamp was changed to equal January 11th. So what does that tell me? That tells me that something happened on January 11th. From January 11th through January 26th, something happened, and I think it happened on January 11th, that was so important that they had to make sure that it was backdated, that they manipulated and tampered with the timestamp, because if he signed documents on January 11th without being properly the attorney general, the district attorney, because really, I don't even know if he is the district attorney right now, because he did things backwards. Did he take an oath of office and then, because I think on the 21st of December, he took the oath of office, but then he didn't hand in his, I'm not on the take until 26th of January. but he had to backdate it to the 11th, January 11th. So he wanted to act as a district attorney, take his oath of office. And I don't know if this is okay. Please, to me, it's not okay. But who am I? I'm the mother of a missing, murdered soldier. So, I see the world through those eyes. And I'm like, these people are so criminal. They're so criminal and they're not following the rules. I know that they're not following the laws, that they are obligated, that they are hired to make sure other people follow, that we all follow these laws and regulations, right? That's why we even have a district attorney. And yet, he is breaking the laws on our open records requests. He's breaking laws on this timestamp, in my opinion. And he's breaking the law on not handling Richard's case with transparency. He's not giving us what he should be doing in Richard's case either. And Veronica Escobar is not holding him accountable. And now we find out that he is doing things so backwards that he might not even be the district attorney. So we've been wasting time with all of our letters going, creating all of these open records requests, all of these, notifications and everything, trying to get answers for our son. And we're reaching out to an illegitimate district attorney? And he's getting millions of dollars for this? Excuse me while I just, yeah. All of this work, and he is a criminal? He's not just a misdemeanor. These are felony crimes. Felony. Arrestable. They need to go and arrest him right now. And everything that he signed before the 26th of January, 2023 is illegitimate. If we can't even put a district attorney properly in office and follow how we're supposed to do that through the Texas Constitution, how is he supposed to preside over the Walmart case? How is he supposed to, him and his team, preside over Richard's case? Where he can't even fill out a document of, I'm not on the take, and then take the oath of office. He can't even do that, right? And we expect him to give us justice in the deaths of 23 individuals there, and then of Richard. No, this is so botched. And, Christ have mercy, because Patrick Crusius is going to walk. Was that there, that's what I see. If Patrick Crusius has, and Felix Valenzuela, he might not do Patrick Crusius. I don't want to call it justice. I don't want to call it because, but he won't represent him properly. Otherwise, he should be calling this out too. And he should call it out. Because we're talking about what happened on January 11th, 2023. Because with enough digging, seemingly, apparently, there was a very important agreement made on January 11th, and that's why they had to stop timestamp it back to January 11th, because there was a very big, a big deal agreement made on January 11th. And it absolutely concerned the Walmart case and Richard Halliday's case. January 11th, 2023. This is seemingly, apparently, allegedly, you know, this is what's going on. And we need to get to the bottom of this, because if that agreement was to put a seal on the case, or colluded with the Department of State to collude with Mexico officials, if this agreement was for the law enforcement officials, we need to know, because if Bill Hicks, as district attorney, signed that agreement as an illegitimate district attorney, not even turning in his paperwork for the ethics until the 26th, then that is null and void. That agreement then would be null and void. That's why we need to know what that agreement is, who signed that agreement, and this whole timestamp issue is really big, because it supports the underlining allegations by Loretta Lynn Hewitt and others that John Briggs and the assistant district attorney and Bill Hicks, the district attorney, were both trying to leave the cases in pieces and not move them forward. And when I say both, I know that the news articles talk about the Walmart. But if you talk about the Walmart case, you're talking about both cases. Absolutely. Those that perpetrated, that helped Patrick Crucius, that organized, that planned it out, and using an autistic young man. Okay, and I'm not feeling sorry for him. I'm just telling you how despicable these people are to use. It's kind of like you have people that want this transgender and all this stuff, and they're using the not the autistic, but the Down syndrome. Um, uh, I just it makes my skin crawl. People that really need help making decisions. They need help making decisions. Down syndrome need help making decisions. I know that firsthand. Just in stopping to eat, they need help with making decisions, because they don't have that stop button. They don't have that stop button. And autistic are primarily aggressive and can be violent. I know that firsthand with my own experiences. So they need help. There's not a doubt in my mind when I got the confirmation that he was autistic, not a doubt in my mind that the narrative that they have been putting out in the paper is a false witness. It's a false witness. And I know from what they did to Richard in the media, absolutely a false witness. And now we have an agreement, seemingly, apparently being signed by District Attorney Bill Hicks. Very important agreement on January 11th, 2023, before he was accurately, legally in that office. Because legally, he can't take the oath of office, from what I understand, without submitting the ethical, I'm not on the take document. That's a prerequisite for the oath of office. And who's his clients? And, so the facets are huge. Absolutely huge. Marilyn, thank you so much. All God's blessings to you and your family and friends. Justice for innocent Richard Halliday. Thank you so much. And, this is so late. Here it is. I'm at 1:24 a.m. 1:24 a.m. Please share. Get this out there because we need answers. And if they're going to mess with laws and why do we even need to follow laws then? Why do we even need to have laws? Why do we need to even have DAs and AGs if all they're going to be is, not identifying, not doing their job? And I'm going to tell you right now, 100% that Bill Hicks has not done his job in our son's case and has not done his job in the Walmart case, because they are the same case. Bliss Avenue, that beautiful Bliss Avenue that connects it all, that connects these perpetrators, this criminal enterprise working out of Bliss Avenue, that connects it to the this is internal. This is internal in the military, in the contractors, a group that, with the help of HRC, I want to know who in HRC, because let me tell you, that person is implicated. Because someone in HRC is putting these people in these positions at the CID, as the generals, as the platoon leaders, as the captains, as, they are putting these people there. They're keeping them there. And they know these generals that are serving foreign and domestic enemies, they know that Bliss is a big mess. They know it. And they choose to keep it like that. They choose. So that is a national security threat. And, they're supposed to be working for the American people to keep the people safe. We have said for years and years, thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Well, what was the service? To keep the American people safe, the land and the people. The land and the people. And we just had 14,000 people yesterday, day before yesterday, come through that border without being vetted in one day. And then the next thing we know, we have 85,000 unaccounted for minors. Where are they? What are they doing with these people? Where are they sending them in these tactical move storage units, in these Cessna 550s? Where are they sending all of them? What are they doing with them? And then you have Veronica Escobar, yesterday or today saying, "Oh yeah, the government has failed with the immigration now. Oh yeah, I have to protect myself." She needs to be arrested. She needs to be totally arrested. She's so in on this. And I haven't said this, but they covered for her. Her next door neighbor was murdered. Was murdered. And look that one up. Look that case up, because they covered for her in that whole event. And what I'm just trying to get across to everybody is that they are doing this on our dime. We have been made chief investigators. We have been made the, the POAs, right? The the PAOs, the public affair officers. We've been made that. We've been made to learn law. We've been made to, all of these things in our son's case. We've had to be our own protectors, putting cameras up everywhere and the things that we need to protect ourselves, right? And yet we're supposed to pay for the DA. We're supposed to pay for the AG. We're supposed to pay all these agencies, the military and everything, and they're not doing their job. We're supposed to be paying Veronica Escobar, and I mean big bucks, y'all, big bucks, and then they extort us, and then we pay with the lives of our children. I and he can't even sign I'm not on the take before he is sworn in to his, takes the oath of office as a district attorney. He can't even do that correctly. And he's supposed to be the lead in the Walmart case. And Loretta Lynn Hewitt is like, all he cares about is politics. All he cares about is politics. Then why do we pay him? Let him go and have fun with politics, but don't get a dime from any of us. But at this point, he's committed felony crimes. I'm identifying the crime. I'm identifying the criminal, and Reyes Mata has done that. Reyes Mata has done that and documented it. And now we need to prosecute it. And the crime is felony crimes, tampering with records, right? Let's just put out one. Tampering with records. Who did that? Bill Hicks. Is it documented? Yes, because of emails, because of the times. And I'd like to see this timestamp document, because it makes me think about Dallas Hart's travel voucher, right? I want to see this timestamp document and see if it's and scrutinize it. And I think Veronica Escobar should do that. Let's see it. Let's see it, Bill Hicks. And and scrutinize it because, it really looks like to me in this short few hours that he needs to be arrested. So thank you, everyone. And I hope that you can see it from our eyes that we have been trying to get him to say Richard Halliday's name, um, and give us those open records. If he's not going to do it, we will do it. Then give us the open records. They work for us. They keep the records so that we could look at the records. So now give it to us. And they rather keep it hidden, commit more crimes than to give it to us. And, this is a really big point that I want to make. Those open records are not just for us to look at. They're for you to look at. So put in an open records request. The first one is tough to do. Because, it's like, how do I do that? Where do I put it in? But there are a lot of templates out there. Put in some open records requests. Those are your records. They keep those records for you, for me. And, wouldn't it be interesting to say, you know what? I want to know how much money they've spent on the Walmart case. I want to know how much money they've spent on Richard's case. I want to know who Bill Hicks' clients were that he had to move forward, that he had to delay his swearing in of the oath of office, right? I'd like to know. I'd like to know what document, what agreement you signed, that Bill Hicks signed for us, right, using our money on January 11th, 2023. I'd like to know what it is. That's a good open records request. I'd like to know all conversations about Richard between Bill Hicks and John Briggs, his assistant district attorney, because Loretta Lynn Hewitt says they botched it and they kept it separated and they did it on purpose. That's what she's saying. They did it on purpose for politics. I'd like to know. I'd like to know all conversations with John Briggs and Bill Hicks with Bob Moore of El Paso Matters on Richard Halliday's case, on the Walmart case. I'd like to know. I'd like to see those because they get public funding, and those records are for us to read. That's why they're kept, and we spend a lot of money getting those records kept and getting them saved, right? Saved and paying for the care of them. It's absolutely the storage of them. So absolutely, if you have time, if you have curiosity, if you want to know, if you want to know about your country, I would put in some open records requests. What about all conversations between Bill Hicks, John Briggs, and Veronica Escobar? Yeah, that would be very interesting. What about all conversations and communication between the DA's office and the AG's office, Jaime Esparza? Or what about the office of the governor? I think we really need to do that. And so please share and please share this and get this out. So I think a storm has hit and it's shaken things up. And that's a good thing because maybe we'll get some more answers and maybe the answer of what happened to Richard. Where is he? I mean, we know what happened. We want to know where is he, and we want to get him back. So thank you so much. God bless you, and I will be back tomorrow.